The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Sunrise podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning on a finally Friday. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Alex Fisher. 17 News is your local election headquarters, and we're learning more this morning about a decision by Bakersfield City Councilman and Vice Mayor Andre Gonzalez. Last week, he announced he's suspending his campaign to run for a seat in the state assembly. 17's Michaela Armstrong spoke with Gonzalez about the reason behind the move.
Since Councilmember Andre Gonzalez's announcement to no longer run for state assembly, there have been some questions as to what was the cause. But Gonzalez says it was a tough decision he had to make.
A lot of times in politics, it's about timing. It became clear to me that the better strategy was for me to wait just a little longer, take some time, and to really refocus my efforts here in Ward 2 in downtown and East Bakersfield, and help provide leadership for the city of Bakersfield beyond 2024, and then revisit this in the future.
With city leaders focusing on tackling issues such as revitalizing Bakersfield, crime, and one of the most pressing, homelessness, Gonzalez says he wants to see progress through.
We still have a crisis. We still have people on our streets. And so we have to do a far better job. So we need an advocate on the city council. And I've been trying to provide that advocacy, saying to the state, saying to the county, frankly, that we need more resources to address people with behavioral health issues, with substance abuse disorders who are on our streets. There's still so much more work to be done. So I want to continue to provide that leadership.
Gonzalez now is planning for a re-election bid in Ward 2 and looks forward to the work needed ahead.
Have not and will not ever give up on representing our community and fighting for our community. Now more than ever, we need to work together and collaborate, both city officials, county officials, state officials, and federal officials. But for my part right now, I think I need to provide a lot of leadership at the city level.
Michaela Armstrong, 17 News.
Meantime, Republican businessman Chris Mattiece announced he is once again running for the 22nd Congressional District. Mattiece came within 1,200 votes of ousting Congressman Valadao from the primary last year. The San Diego native and Army veteran previously served as a city councilman in Fresno. Bakersfield Democrats Melissa Hurtado and Rudy Salas are also running for Valadao's seat in Congress.
Dozens of people are looking for a new health provider this morning as the San Dimas Medical Group on Old River Road will soon be closing its doors for good. In a post on Facebook, San Dimas medical officials said they're thankful for the community and advised all current patients to contact the medical office. The medical group is an obstetrics and gynecology clinic. It's not immediately clear why they're shutting down. They've been in business for the past 50 years. The shutdown's effective on November 30th. The Bakersfield community is coming together this morning after a devastating discovery. 2 employees at New Vintage Grill met with the same devastating news. Their child has cancer. 17's Aaliyah Fitzgerald has a story on how you can help.
We needed to do something to help them.
New Vintage Grill stepped up to the plate upon hearing of not only 1, but 2 of their employees have children recently diagnosed with cancer, the youngest being 5 months old. These 2 employees have served Kern County with smiles. Now is the chance for the community to give back.
I know Xenia pretty well, and we work together a lot, and she's just one of the nicest people I have ever met in my entire life. And to watch her go through something so tragic is sad, but it's good to know that she has a nice community behind her to support her and make sure that she'll get through this okay.
A GoFundMe is available for both families, and half of this weekend's earnings at both New Vintage Grill locations go directly to the families.
This is how we have chosen to help them, is to help them financially.
This fundraiser is available all weekend at either New Vintage Grill location.
And making headlines around the nation this morning, auto workers are walking out of a number of plants across the country as the United Auto Workers Union has officially gone on strike. The deadline to reach an agreement passed at midnight. The 3 companies involved in the strike are General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis. UAW's president Sean Fain says The companies bumped up their offers for wage increases, but he says the sides remain far apart.
There's a billionaire class and there's the rest of us. We're all expected to sit back and take the scraps and live paycheck to paycheck and scrape to get by. We're second-class citizens. And the sad reality is, when corporations fail, we pay the price. Our workers pay the price.
Fain also says the strike happened because the Big Three waited until the last minute to begin negotiations.
Federal prosecutors have indicted Hunter Biden, son of President Joe Biden, in Delaware federal court on 3 counts. 2 are tied to Hunter Biden allegedly filing a form claiming he was not using illegal drugs at the time he purchased a Colt Cobra revolver back in 2018. The 3rd count alleges he possessed a firearm while using narcotics. The historic indictment against the son of a sitting president comes months after a plea deal fell apart. And just as Bakersfield Congressman Kevin McCarthy and other House Republicans launched an impeachment inquiry in an effort to seek bank records and other documents from the president and his son.
Meantime, frustration boiled over in a closed-door House GOP meeting when Speaker McCarthy all but dared his detractors to file a motion to vacate the Speaker's chair and try to remove him. It was a nod to members, including Representative Matt Gaetz of Florida and other members of the Freedom Caucus, who are threatening to force McCarthy out of the speakership if he does not comply with their demands. Some of those demands include putting certain bills, backed by the far right, on the floor and not passing a stopgap spending bill to prevent a government shutdown at the end of this month.
I showed frustration in here because I am frustrated with the committee. I'm frustrated with some people in the conference. We had the DOD appropriation bill yesterday. I couldn't put it on the floor. I don't have one complaint by any member of what's wrong with this bill. I told my conference, I know tomorrow is a Jewish holiday, we'll be out of session, but when we come back, we're not going to leave. We're going to get this done. Nobody wins in a government shutdown.
Now remember, under current House rules, any individual member of the House can force a vote to vacate the Speaker's chair, and it would take a majority of the chamber to remove him. McCarthy oversees a narrow GOP majority with only 4 defections to spare before needing Democratic help to pass legislation. If all Democrats voted to remove him, it would take just a handful of Republicans to oust McCarthy from the Speaker's chair.
The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.